college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Hits him with a stiff arm. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese. And what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be all...
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Using his legs, it's Berry. Got enough for the first. At the 35, he's got room. Lots of room, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Sends it back in motion. Williams looking for a man. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, you talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this...
Breaks into the open.
see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Coming out with it, it's Watkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Power football with the run. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
The give to the tailback. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it behind the line. It's Jacobs. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Short, quick, precise passing game. Good enough to move the sticks.
And you're either a playmaker or you're not. And this guy just finds a way to make... He's going to make it happen, whether it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or like this in 4th down. He makes plays for his team when they need him, gets the big 4th down conversion.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. On the run, it's Berry. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down to the 16.
A nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick strike complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Auburn. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Williams will pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Under fire. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. A strike downfield. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lawson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got the first down, looking for more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Washington right back to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Williams looking for a man. Flips it out to the back.
Well, the offense on third down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
They boot it away. And he'll work his way on to return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because
turning it on! This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Throws to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. It's a big play that we might circle back to later.
Smash pushes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might be changing the route. Williams will pass. Makes the grab. It's Harris. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Washington wants to go quickly. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a space. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Williams looking for a man. Oh, they're after him. Got his man on the right.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going for the big play. He's got it! And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Washington right back to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He's got it on the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Might be calling a hot route. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
They'll give it to the back. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Oh, the fumble on the defense. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He rifles one deep to the left. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's a breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Making side adjustments here. Williams looking for a man. Hit as he throws. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
With the catch, it's Williams. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Got his man quickly. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. defense will pass. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. The give to the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, LSU! He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making checks. Williams looking for a man. They're working that left side. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Huskies in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking downfield on first down. Time to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to buy time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Send the tight end in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Might be looking to run. Complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
A first down run in the red zone. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Gets it out quickly. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Watkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Shakes off the defender. There he goes.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Finds the tight end. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
So now it's second and long. The run from the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across. Trying to beat the D deep. Snags it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lawson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Williams will pass. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab down the left side. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Huskies want to crank the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and 8. A long way to go. They'll try the run. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
The short hands, it's Watkins. Turning it on!
How impressive has this guy been throwing the ball today, especially after the game he had last week throwing 3 interceptions. He turned the page, he got himself focused for this game, and he's been making outstanding decisions all day long.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. Beep, beep, beep. You know what that is? That's the garbage truck unloading the garbage time points right now.
Those garbage time points do count, though. And you're still playing the game, keep fighting, but it is that time when it's over, and nobody's really paying attention. Nobody's listening to me, or you, Reese, which not necessarily a bad thing.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lawson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they get a stop. Shove him out of bounds short, and they'll take over on downs.